What's going on, guys? Welcome back to our Let's Play series here on the Amplified Console Edition. Now, last episode, I can hear a skeleton already. I don't know where he is. Ah, there he is. I'm trying to remember what we've done in our last episode, actually. What was it? Oh yeah, we fixed the elevator. I've still not come up with a contraption to make this a lot safer, because I have fallen down it twice and set them all off and then had to go and reset them all again. But yeah, we're not going to work on that today. I have got a plan of what we want to start off with today, and that involves going into the Nether. We've only got one beacon at the moment, so I wanted to try doing this with a boss cheese thing, where each time I try to push this onto the track, it just shoots off by itself. Now, I've managed to find an area in my Nether by loading my world, like a copy save in creative, and I managed to find a section in the ceiling that's a 3x3 flat bit of yep, saving lag spike as usual. That's a flat bit of bedrock, which should be here. Yeah, I've removed the power of this track over here just to allow us to be able to get off in time. Now let me clear out a little bit more of the netherrack, just so we know what we're dealing with. Now I'm not 100% sure if this is going to work or not. I've seen it done in the PC version, and I'm sort of familiar with the way it's meant to work. But yeah, I'm trying to be prepared, because I'm not sure if you noticed, but for the last few episodes, the episodes have been running like over 30, nearly 40 minutes long, and I only planned for them to be about 20 minutes long, but apparently I can talk a lot more than I thought I could. We don't need that much, so... And I've bought a chest plate, a new sword, and some potions just in case this goes badly. So what we want to do is put on that. Got a Smite 5 sword, which does extra damage against the Wither, just in case it does go badly. We want some random building blocks just to get this up to the right height. And about there. And then we want 1, 2, 3. And hoping this is the right layout. I think it is anyway. 1, 2, 3. And we've got enough skulls. I went from one of the fortresses to get some skulls, to get some beacons, because I've been having to move my beacon from like my mining outpost to my iron golem farm for farming trees. But yeah, fingers crossed this all goes to plan. Otherwise, is my ender chest actual? We definitely want to move that back into the ender chest just in case, and we'll move this a little bit further back just in case also. Put that there, and put the soul sand and wither scales. Just, oh no, I need the wither skulls on me, don't I? Durr. Okay, so fingers crossed. 1, 2, and 3. See, he looks trapped at the moment, but we'll wait for the explosion to be able to tell 100%. Yeah, I loaded up my welds, like the copy welding creative, to find this spot. Just use a lot of it's very loud. Let me just get rid of him quickly. So it is working. God, so loud. That's one. Now hopefully, there we go. And we got our first Nether star. And let's throw that into there. Yeah, I loaded my weld. Let me finish my sentence now. I loaded my weld, the copy weld, in creative, and obviously I already had this track going along. I just laid loads of TNT everywhere along the top of the Nether, and finally found a 3x3 spot. So that was extremely handy, and I did not get the sand out, did I? Yep, that would be useful. So yeah, if you're wondering how to do it, the 3x3, the 3 section of where you need to lay the, is it soul sand? Yep. Has to be in line with the center 3 blocks. Either way, I'm assuming, should be fine. And then the tails are, I initially thought it was meant to be this block here that was meant to be in line with that center block there. But clearly that's not the case. And yeah, this seems to have worked first time fine, so let's give it another go. He didn't actually destroy any of our track, which I'm surprised about, and I'm fairly sure that we should be able to get the minecart through and under there, no problem. Okay, quickly get rid of him. Come on. Oh, okay. See, so it's not completely 100% safe, but it held him long enough for us to kill him. But I think that may have been me hitting him out towards this side, where he's got free from these 2 blocks here. I'm fairly sure if I hit him to this side, that wouldn't have happened. Let's eat some bread, get our hill going back on. But yep, that should be our second, Ever Star, all done and dusted. Now I'm going to go and get the 2 beacons made, and I'll meet you back over at the mining outpost when I have. So I'll see you back in a sec. Okay guys, now that we're heading back, I think we're heading back in this direction. It's hard to tell in third person when you're flying. Yeah, this general direction here. Now, I've got the beacons all done and dusted and made. Ready to put one back in our mining outpost over here. Not much has changed over here since you last saw it. But this is what we are going to be working on today. I'm going to need this minecart to get back up as well. Yeah, I took this one out to... did I bring... I'm hoping that I've got iron on me somewhere. Okay, let's just bust a quick hole in the floor. Awesome. And then... why can I hear fire? Oh yeah, there's fire decoration things up there, aren't there? Have I got iron in one of my chests? If I have, maybe in this one. Yeah, I've got a block here. Awesome. Put one of you in there. Some haste 2 in this area. And there we go. Nice. We want to put you back into our chest. Now, have I got any? Yeah. I usually have ender pearls on me just for this sort of issue. And there we go. And then pick block. Nice. I need to do the minecart track to like dispense it going back down when you take it back up. Dispense the system here for it. But today what we are going to be working on is the ceiling and the floor of this place to tidy it all up and start making it look nice. But I need some scaffolding blocks, and wow, I've not got much in here at all. Now for the ceiling itself, I've decided not to go with these columns that I was going to do, that was entirely unplanned there. There we go. We want to take that over just to there. Take that one out, take that one out. Take them, take you, take you, take you. Yes, I'm afraid I'm going to have to do quite a lot of clearing up after I've done this ceiling design. Now, I've already done a ceiling design and I've mapped it all out. And I'm not going to make you watch me do it. So through the magic of editing, I'm going to get the scaffolding up and knock it all out, and I will bring you back once that is all in, just so you can see what it all looks like. So here we go. And we're back, guys. Now this is quite a while later because this is now the second time I've actually had to record this segment. The first one, not sure if you notice it in the last couple of clips that I did have a couple of little video and sound syncing issues again, which is driving me insane. I'm working with the Elgato software on the PC and using Audacity to do the commentary, and then I'm usually like putting them together using Windows Movie Maker, and then I've tried using the Wondershare Filmora. to try put it together, but if the sound comes out messed up through Audacity, there's very little that I can do about it, so I had to completely scrap the last bit of footage I did do, which is slightly annoying. So I'm going to try not to remember what I was talking about beforehand in the last one that I recorded, otherwise it's just going to seem very forced, and to be honest with you, I can't even remember half of what I said in the last one anyway. But the work that was done is the mural at the top. I did finally get it done. Hopefully you can tell what it is. It is, well, it's meant to be a scarab, which fits for the whole sort of Egyptian tomb type design. Also done the lighting just on the upwards facing sprucewood stairs, which lights up the ceiling. Now we have still got the issue as to what to do with the floor, but before we get round to that, I'll show you what I've done. I did actually go ahead and do the elevator, well, the elevator, yeah, pretty much an elevator. It's like a minecart elevator track that spirals up. So we shoot down here, and then basically what happens is that when the minecart gets to the top, hits the cactus, goes into a dropper, which is then automatically dispensed down this shaft. The water then pushes it into this hopper, which then goes to this dispenser, which is then linked to this. The pressure plate will turn off the powered track until you get into it and stand off the pressure plate, but you need to edge pretty far forward, and then it lights up and then off you go. And then when you get to the top, sometimes you get hit into the wood, but as you just saw there, it gets dispensed back down to that dispenser. So yeah, and actually before we carry on talking about that, let me sleep, because keep on having creepers sneak in over here when I'm trying to work. The cactus initially I had up on this ground level, and it was here, so it did stick out and the track came up to here. It didn't look too bad, but I thought having it hidden away underneath like that with just a little stair right way to come up here made it look a lot more smoother, a lot more neater, and you don't get that bold green sticking out. Now regarding the mural on the top, I've gone for the hardened clay, which is now obviously called the terracotta. Went for cyan, light blue and blue. Obviously it comes out with like a darkish sort of purple tint and a grey tint. Now I've gone for these instead of concrete blocks because the concrete blocks are just way too vibrant for this type of build. I think regards to the concrete blocks, you have to either build the entire thing out of concrete blocks or not use them at all, because they're very hard to mix in with the earthy tones of the normal Minecraft textures. Like the sand and the sandstone is a very toned down colour. The same with the earthy tones of the dirt and the woods, and then even with the stones and gravels, and it's very rarely you'll get any blocks that will mix with concrete blocks that aren't concrete blocks themselves. It's like you either have to go all or nothing with them. I'm finding it very hard to use them anywhere. I did try having concrete blocks first of all, and my god, the design looked good, but it was just so bright and vibrant. It was way too in your face for this type of build. But less about that and more on about what we want to do regarding the floor. Now, I've obviously gone over this before, because this is now the second time recording it. Now, I did try doing, because I want hidden lighting in the floor, and obviously carpet going over it is going to be the easiest option. But I'll show you what I mean by the fact that they've toned the colours up on everything, including the carpets, is a little bit annoying, because it's just, to me, this is just way too double carpet there. It's just way too vibrant for this sort of build. Like, you come down, I think this would be excellent if you was coming into a castle or a keep, into a throne room sort of thing. I think that would look brilliant, but for a tomb type build, definitely not. And I also tried to change it with blues, and I also tried browns, and it's still a case where it's just way too vibrant. Yeah. And even if you was to do it the alternate way of having like blue with just a white trim, let's get rid of you. It just, yeah, it just doesn't fit. But hopefully give me your input as to what you think I could do with the ground that could in some way incorporate some hidden lighting, because we have to get rid of all of these torches. They're driving me insane, and I'm going to clear the rest of these cars after I finish recording. But yeah, I'm quite happy with the way the mural came out. Putting it up didn't take too long, except for the issue with having haste 2 in the area, working with sandstone. Like if you look, that's me just barely touching the right trigger on my pad, and it instantly took out 2 blocks. And yeah, sandstone's like instant break without a haste 2 beacon. So every single time I tried to just, if I placed the block wrong and tried to remove it, it would take out about 5 blocks. So then took a little bit longer in that aspect, but I'm happy with the way that it turned out. Very happy with the firelighting. It definitely matches the sort of tomb feel. We need to work on the outside, like the entrance still. And I'm still unsure what to do about that. I want to pull this bit back a bit. Is that even correct English there? It's very bad, but I want to pull this back a bit, and also maybe bring this down a little bit more of a gradient, and then do some sort of a grandish type entrance. I'm in 2 minds whether to do the same sort of pillar design that we got for the mine entrance down there out here, or do some type of statue. I was thinking doing, yeah, I've definitely lent away from doing the Anubis one that I showed you, I think, in a video, or the one before last. But I'm leaning towards doing like an Ender Dragon just to match the Minecraft feel. But yeah, regarding the floor, I definitely need some help and some input, because I'm going to drive myself insane trying to decide what to do with it. What I did maybe consider is that if I take it down by 2, do a hardened clay pattern under, hidden lighting going along the side underneath there, with a glass layer on top, which may look nice, but still I've got to try to keep it within theme of this build, and I'm not sure if that will go or not, but I may give that a go in between episodes and see what I could come out with. But any input you got, just whack in the comments down below, and I'm more than happy to take any input regarding this type of thing, because yeah, as far as my creativity's gone, I was thinking, oh yeah, great, I got the mural all sorted, I whacked it up on the ceiling, and I knew that I was going to do these type of lightings to light up the ceiling some, so then we didn't have to deal with them disgusting pillar things going across, and that all come out nice, and I thought, yeah, great, do that, and I would have whacked down some carpet, hidden lighting, but yeah, I think that you can see as well as I can, the carpet just really doesn't fit in this type of build. So please give me some input as to what to do with that. As opposed to other progress I have made, before we end off, I want to show you the progress I've done on... what happened to my bread? Did I eat all of my... you know what, I'll have to go back to that after and see. The progress I've made on the fort. Now, I've done an entrance just there. I've done some smooth sandstone, a little bit of chisel, the stairs, and then done sort of like the gatehouse sort of thing where it comes down. I've got a working, functioning version of this gate, but I didn't want it to be here because I'm going to be going in and out of this building a lot in the future, because that's where we want to house our main storage system. And what I am going to do is have an outer wall going around where I will have the working like gatehouses. Like I'll probably have one over there, because that pathway leads up to the rest of like the sugarcane area and where our villagers are. So I've got to sort out that stairwell coming down with a gatehouse, with a wall coming around here, probably another gatehouse over there that leads to the mine, and I'll actually have the functioning ones. But as opposed to this, I dug it down quite a few layers. I've started doing like a balcony area. Not 100% sure what I want to do with the towers. I'm leaning towards putting some sort of farms in them, like either pumpkins or melons, or maybe even doing like just creeper only farms for them. Sorry about that. Now with this area, I'm going to have the stairwell coming down like to the center, and then let's see if we can just show you what I mean. So it will come down to about here, and then it will split off this side, and then it will also split off this side, and then so we won't actually have any of these blocks here, and then you'll have like another little balcony bit there, and then you'll have a stairwell that comes down either side like that. So then it will be like round, it leads down and then separates either side, because our storage is going to be stretching from here, and then it will wrap round and then wrap round and then, oh, fell down a hole, and then it will wrap round to here, because this is going to be one massive storage system. Now the towers, I'll probably dig down to this level. The iron golem farm drop chute, I'm definitely going to be dropping down to here to drop into our main storage room, and then that will be dug out. That will be dug out for whatever farms we choose to put in them. So it will sort of separate the segments of the storage area. Now regarding the actual storage system, I'm leaning towards Tango Text one, but I'm very dubious whether to build it before the Better Together update comes out or not, because the update itself is going to have a very large on the way that Redstone works within Console Edition once that update comes out. Now, I personally am hoping they lean towards bringing the Pocket Edition's Redstone's mechanics into works as to how the console does, but I believe they're actually going to go the other way and make the console Redstone mechanics work the way that Pocket Edition does. Which, if you've played Pocket Edition and you've also played console, you will already... I want to sleep to get rid of the night. You already know that the Redstone mechanics are quite different, as in the circuits that you can make in console are a lot closer to the Java Edition than it is the Pocket Edition. Like the majority of the flying machines and farm designs that you see on the Java Edition will not work on Pocket Edition. Which means, as for trying to use PC tutorials to build contraptions on the console, that will be a thing of the past. And yeah, I'm not really looking forward to that. As for, yeah, the Better Together update, the things I am looking forward to is going to be the fact that I'll be able to do third-person time lapses by just recording directly from my PC. Like, I'll be able to log on to my world here on the console on my PC and just record third-person time lapses through that. So that's something that I'm looking forward to be able to do, rather than having to get a separate Xbox One to record a third-person time lapse, which would have been highly expensive and highly excessive and something that I just wouldn't do. Yeah, bunny rabbits. I know I've been breeding them and killing them to get the rabbit's feet, because I want to make potions of leaping just for a little fun side project that I want to do in between episodes. I'm not sure if you want to see any of that. What else did I want to say? The Better Together update, yeah, that's one thing I'm looking forward to. Another thing I'm looking forward to is the cross-platform between consoles and the addition to servers. Excellent. Very looking forward to that. The mini-game side, not a great mini-game player as it comes to Minecraft. You can probably tell I'm more single-player survival or multiplayer server survival. I love the way that the survival works as opposed to the minigame aspects. If it comes to PvP, I'm more of a FPS gamer when it comes to that. I'm more Titanfall 2 and Battlefield 1 sort of gamer when it comes to first-person shooters, as opposed to the minigames. They're fun to do when they first come out, but I lost interest in them very quickly. Single-player survival, loving it. not lost interest in it in the last 3-4 years that I've been playing it. But when it comes to the Better Together update, I think it's going to be a very, very big learning curve when it comes to redstone mechanics again. Like the monostable circuits where you just have the sticky piston to send out a 1-tick pulse. They don't work in Pocket Edition. Also bud switching, because that all works through the quasi powering of the pistons. That doesn't work in Pocket Edition. So a lot of the contraptions that are already in my world will no longer work. But it's not going to stop me from building them in the meantime. Not too sure what I've got planned for the next episode. But for now, I think that's probably going to do it, actually. I've been talking quite a lot, I think, and I think you're probably sick of listening to me talk and moan. If you have any input regarding the floor in here, please let me know in the comments. You'll be helping me out a ton, because quite frankly, I'm burnt out as to coming up with ideas. I'll try my pattern with the hardened clay underneath with the glass layer on top. I can't see that working out well. I think it will still be a little bit too vibrant for this area. But yeah, any input you got, let me know. But otherwise, that's going to be it for today. Hope you've enjoyed today's episode, and if you have and it's your first time to the channel, please consider subscribing for future Minecraft content, and hopefully I will see you in the next one. Bye bye.